70s in Italy, because not only we had radio, the Rose dei Venti, all the various secret services operating behind the scenes on these idiots of the right wing and the left wing, Brigate Rosse, Brigate Nere, who were putting bombs, killing people and all that, so they could keep the strategy of tension, strategia della tensione alive. But we also had these occultists of chaos, like Paolo Fogagnolo, who in fact didn't really do much time in jail, to say the truth, because obviously they had their own connections within the hierarchy, if we want to describe them as the Illuminati, because more than Illuminati, I see them as dark Illuminati. So this person called Antonio Celestino Zuccotti is a very particular figure for us today, also in this special dedicated to the CHORONZON Club. I would like to just stop a second focusing on this character, because the fact that he is also closely linked to the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, yes, he comes out into the world with peace and love and compassion, but behind the scenes he is mastering Bompa, which is an art to master demons. The same art which was also practiced by Nicolai de Matos Friswold, still practiced by Nicolai de Matos Friswold, who has moved now from Norway and gone to Brazil, in São Paulo, and from there he keeps control over various lineages of dark black magic and the worst perversions possible and imaginable. These people are black magicians, but they're very dangerous, my friends. So for the first time today, I'm showing you their faces, and this is really what makes it probably different from any other attempt that was being done by conspiracy researchers. I'm showing you the faces of these people. I'm showing you who they are. Now it's up to you to stay away from them, or at least to reflect on this dark world behind the scenes that often crosses into our world, because it's manipulating secretly important people in society, which fall into this black magical link and become obviously at that point blackmailable, and so completing their head. Another person that I spent some time with, unfortunately I don't have a photo of this character to show you, is called Runar Carlsen. And Runar is the person that not only used to run the OTO for a period of time and then passed on into CHORONZON CLUB and the OTO of Michael Berthiaud, but also has a close link and a connection with Michael Aquino, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino, who obviously you all know because he's been involved with the mind control program MK Ultra, MK Ultra, the program for mind control of the CIA, created originally by the SS, and then fully developed by the CIA. The OSS picked up, then became the CIA, and fully developed by the CIA until in the 70s the whole thing breaks loose on the media, and then the big scandal kind of made the CIA hide it even more. So the MK Ultra created some real monsters and had the figures that were really dark, like Dr. Mengele, for example, who was already involved in the concentration camps. Now, Runar Carlsen, in a document which included here, and you can visualize, which I have picked up from Web Archive. It was originally on Kenny's website, the OTO Phenomenon. This recollection of lunar castle proves to the people who still think that Aris Stromsberg is not the head of the OTO in Scandinavia, proves without any doubt that Stromsberg is the leader. And not only Stromsberg is important for Norway, but also for Italy, because he was connected with Alberto Moscato. Alberto Moscato, who is, was, because now he's dead, connected with Padre Balducci. Padre Balducci, the one who started to talk about the aliens in connection with the Vatican and the study of alien entities. But Padre Balducci was a demonologist, as said also in the interview in various times from the Camelot, and who died unfortunately last year. Padre Balducci was who was instead connected also with Massimo Introvigne. Massimo Introvigne, lately, one of his writings for Alleanza Cattolica, had the courage to say he didn't know Moscato. This hypocrite was renting his own apartment a lei, don't go for that Moscato. Massimo Introvigne is not only but also perverted person. I actually opened because when I exposed those movements in USA, various radio shows, in fact, by writing Alleanza Cattolica, I never had any problem. Why? If I have emailed the representative of the religious the Department for Religious Studies at the University of Gothenburg in Sweden. And Massimo Introvigne, a very serious man. When they do a TV show here in Italy on Rai on programs, very respected programs, like you have on Rai Educational, they immediately call Massimo Introvigne. Actually, it was even featured on an article I was featured in, which was the one on the Illuminati released by the magazine Panorama. because he's a very respectable individual, profound, and if you go on his wall on Facebook, he's like really fervent Catholic, le Madri del Sacro Cuore, and the holy and this and the holy that. The guy, and we have dozens of photos, papers, and documents to prove it, is a Satanist. Get it? He's a Satanist. Oh, these people are hypocrites, and they go all the way into the Vatican. Now we will show you something that the Vatican didn't want you to see, and actually the OTO didn't even want you to see, and that is an article called Crowley's Legacy that appeared briefly in 2003 on the United Press International. The religion editor called Uwe Simon Netto published this article on the 9th of October 2003, and it was quickly erased later on, but I have a copy here which I'm showing you, and you should we should all read it to understand why this is very important for all of us, because this involves also the media. It says, with 85 million settlements for the victims of sexual abuse in the Catholic Archdiocese of Boston. Yes, because Crowley, CHORONZON CLUB, is what hides behind all the homosexual pedophilia rings in the Vatican. And it says here in this article, in the 60s, Roman Catholicism was profoundly influenced by Aleister Crowley, by the do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law kind of philosophy. And so if you read this article here, which I'm showing you, and it's very important that you read it, maybe you can pause on the frame of this JPG which I'm showing you so you can go through, you will see really that there is not only the Ordo Templi Orientis involved in all this, or the CHORONZON CLUB of Michael Berthiaud, because these, in the end of the day, are small groups of people, though they're very important because they influence them people at very high level. But then we have also the whole Roman Catholic clergy from the 60s went into the seminary and got influenced by Aleister Crowley and ended up practicing what Crowley was advocating for the CHORONZON Club. The unwilling sexual intercourse from behind made on little children was for evoking CHORONZON. So then CHORONZON will bring to the abyss the whole Catholic Church. This is my prophecy, but it's not only my prophecy. This is the prophecy of the end of times, and you better keep it in mind. The Catholic Church is near the end, because when you arrive to this level of depravation, obviously the next step is complete annihilation and chaos and destruction. In 1997, the Ordo Templi Orientis issued these guidelines for all the camps, oases, and lodge masters. It's a handbook. It's not for public consumption. We have it, and you can really read some interesting stuff on this handbook. We will probably go in it in our next episode, which will be probably more focused on the actual OTO than the CHORONZON Club, which we have touched today. It was my pleasure, though, to introduce you to this subject today. I hope you enjoyed this ride, and we will see you for our next revelation and our next enigma in the next episode with Leo Zagami, Arcane Revelations.